What's up, guys? Let me see we're only delayed like 10 seconds. Not even. How y'all doing this morning? Strange Wednesday. Doesn't feel like Wednesday. But let's go ahead and get started. More people will join us towards the end. We'll just go over what we did at the beginning, which is ES and IQ. Just go ahead and look at, we haven't been live for a little bit, but let's go ahead and look at just the big picture. What's up, RJ? Big picture, monthly, we're still heading down. Weekly. It's going to be our fourth red week in a row if we do end the week red. All right, we back. So weekly, possible our 1, 2, 3, 4th red week in a row. Well, let's go ahead. First, go over our economic calendar. First of all, we had China had some. Japan. Japan dumped the market last night. Europe picked it up. Mortgage applications of 7, trade balance 830, beige book at 2, and also I sent out have 4 Fed speakers today. Parker at 9, Messer at 10, Brainerd at 12:35, Barr at 2. So definitely going to be a very eventful speaker day. Who knows what they're going to do? Pretty sure the main theme is they're going to do whatever they need to do. That's basically what it's going to be right now. They're going to do whatever they need to do to get inflation down. But daily, a pretty balanced outside bar. Nothing really crazy showing on the daily. Seems like right now 38.90, 38. A 38.90, 3900 is definitely a must hold. Or we had to have this demand at 38.78. These are my levels: 38.55, all the way down to 38.20, and then we're hitting 3800. That's definitely going to be a key spot where we still need to hold. But going down, we still have these are a lot of volume that needs to be filled up. We are kind of just retesting. We're just sitting on this retest right here of our former breakout, kind of like right here, where we're kind of just sitting. Resistance, resistance, resistance. We broke above, tested as a support. Nope, good place for my mic. We're kind of holding it. Try not to be biased. I'm trying to be biased in what direction we're going to head today. Um, like I've always said, downsize in September. Be smart. Take your profits quick. Just see how the day works. We'll go over what happened yesterday. Yesterday, we just had that initial move down. We kind of just had this uptrend where we broke, came up, kind of tested it, and then broke down. So looking at, looking at these, we already hit like this one. This is what I love. Have this supply here. Yeah, it's create a supply is created. What's up, Brad? Supply is created because of a strong push down. Next candle, we push back up into it. Then we continue down. Look at that right here. We had almost a triple tap. And then right at open, which I'm actually still surprised we dropped pretty hard at open. Kind of a shocker to me. I thought we'd pop up just because, I was looking at the only thing we had yesterday was this, in this whole sell off, this whole sell off, that sounds very strange. We only had a kind of one balanced candle right here, which if you mark this doji up top to bottom, we hit once, we hit twice, we hit three times while making higher highs. So I thought that would continue, but obviously this showing right here where we couldn't create a new higher high, that's where it's actually, looking back at it, this is where you saw the weakness. We kept creating higher highs. Eventually we broke that trend. So our trend's going to start going down. Our lower highs, lower highs, lower highs, lower highs, lower highs, lower highs. Starting our little uptrend up. So, but, just looking at this, I thought, we hit once, hit twice, hit three times, basically it's gone. I thought we would kind of fill in this price balance back in, the fair value gap, just that big sell off. I thought we'd just fill that back in, but we didn't. Eventually we will fill that one back in. Yesterday, the only thing supply and demand wise was kind of smaller time frame. Today's the 7th. So we kind of had, this is the only price action that looked good yesterday. You had a push up. Here's one. These are strong. You're just looking for strong sell candles. Strong sell candle there. Here's your one supply. Oh, look at that. Next candle comes up, touches it, and use it to sell off. And then we created, the drop, base drop, and then this one was just right there. This one had just like a little tiny sell off. But if you would have held that and kept your stop at 39.25, like just above it, would have caught that. Well, that's kind of overnight sell. Technically, we'll just say if it was futures, gotten there to here, nice 37 point. And you only risked, 6 points? Pretty solid. Tell where did we touch? Basically the top. So just erase that for now. And then this pivot right here at 39.23.25, it's going to be pretty big. Then we have that 39.37, which is a strange number, but like resistance, 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 support, support, below, resistance, resistance. Actually pretty solid holding resistance and support. Don't know why. 37 or 39, 37, 25. I just like keeping 25 for fun. But Um, so we kind of had a tiny bounce out of this little zone right here. Till it's getting weak. And keep that on there. NQ, pretty much the same thing. You have this 1207, 12076. Gonna be a key spot. NQ, this is about break even right now. With yes, definitely watch NQ possibly go outside. If we do have a strong push, see a lot of very, very smart analysts saying we're due for a dead cat. Or, possibly push up with these Fed speakers, and then, because the Fed speakers, like I say, they'll put your dog down, make you smile. They just make it seem good, and then later on, when the market finally digests it, sell off. Definitely keep that on watch. SPY, beautiful kind of bounce on SPY right here. This was our original demand. I mean, our demands are catching pretty good bounces on the way down. The original demand here bounced up pretty strong here. Nice 3%. So this demand is hit, so we erase it. And then this demand right here is where we bounced yesterday. Pretty much 388.38. Yesterday's low was 388.2. Just pretty spot on. Nice, almost 1.5%. We do have a gap below too. Oil, posted on my Twitter yesterday. I really wanted to short it overnight to 5. We bounced at 85.10, so pretty solid short. Gonna be hard for downside on oil because you have basically 1, 2, 3, and a super strong there. I doubt oil gets on that low, but I mean, if I could, I'd swing oil. I can't swing with my futures. Oh, sorry. But let's see what happens there. Not really good. Big sell off yesterday on Ethereum, Bitcoin. We had our daily supply, came up into it, began to sell off. Bitcoin, two big sell offs, 18.7. I just like looking at Bitcoin. Actually, are in kind of at the bottom of this rising channel, so we possibly watch that double bottom in Bitcoin. Just like to watch it for overall market sentiment. But had that huge sell off yesterday, and then Japan dumped it. With UVXY, we're kind of at the top of, or close to the top of my raw information. We're in. Sorry, we are in this little supply that we have, but we already, that was kind of our high yesterday. 1067 is kind of a resistance. Let's see if it's turned into a support today. VIX, VIX, look at, I mean, if we break this, like a little downtrend, the only thing that's stopping us here is kind of this 28. And then, I think we're heading up to the 30s pretty quick. But the Fed speaker should move that one direction or the other. And let's just go through our stocks. Apple, all my main stocks were red except for Tesla. And Apple, posting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 green days in a row, or green weeks in a row. Finally catching 3 red weeks. Apple's event is today, okay? 1 p.m. Eastern. Go there. Let me pop something up on a different. I know I broadcast this out to different Discords, but I'm going to show you guys my personal Discord, which is free. There's no alerts, so there's no promotion into the Discord. We have. I'm starting to put former charts of events on these tickers: SPY, QQ, Apple, AMD. Also, I went through every FOMC meeting. This is completely free, no charge, and no alert, so it doesn't affect any other Discord. So it's not again. I sent this out in charge for alerts at all, but I did post every former FOMC, so pretty quick. Just go hop in here. You can look at see what I did. And we have Apple event today, and the last 2 Apple iPhone events, pretty decent sell off. What we do again, pretty decent sell off. So, if history repeats, I'm probably going to short. Just because I'm pretty sure it's just because the iPhones never live up to the hype. They're not really crazy different from next one to next one. Battery faster, but batteries longer, cooler, bigger, special glass. There's really no like wow moment anymore. So I'm looking to sell the event. But right now, the only thing I'm watching is kind of this 150 to 152 level for possible bounce where we had our little pivot up, strong pivot up. AMD, this thing sucks. Holding that long call. Probably go to 0. But still got a week left in it. So, yeah. Is what it is on that one. 76 right here. Previous resistance, support. Definitely watching that possible bounce. You can tell last week's low kind of just hanging on there. So drop from last week's low and head lower. Amazon. Oh, if you guys could hit that like button, I'd definitely appreciate it. If you guys aren't subbed, appreciate you guys subbed. Subbed here, definitely. I need to get my overall goal for this is just to have a great community from 8 to 9, a bunch of people. I was not there yet, but to just to have a good time pre-market, give you guys kind of setups, plays, and then on your own, be able to take what you learned, kind of do it on your own. Me as an analyst, yeah, I like to kind of nice to have out to me plays and all that. But in the end, if you're an analyst, you should And goal should be to have your who take your trades eventually not need you anymore. That's the goal. You want to try and kind of train them, take place on their own. I believe it's kind of a dying business, but huh, front row. Okay, but oh, right now the last 28 days. I'm sorry, I coughed right into my. But I have my son in the back, so I'm always trying to get my other son ready for preschool. And he's not listening. Right here, last 28 days, 44% of you guys are not subscribed to watch. So definitely appreciate you. Just hit the subscribe button. That like do anything negative for y'all. Create a couple new accounts. I don't know. Yeah, Brad, you gotta get those futures going, man. But Amazon right here just kind of stuck in last week's highs and last week's lows. Nothing really happening. 126. No, my short here, my PT was at 126 because you have that resistance here. There we broke above. That's kind of where we're just chilling right now. We're not doing anything. So Amazon, the downside we could possibly see kind of this lower region, 118 sub 120, but we're just hanging out in between last week's nothing crazy looking at. Google, here's last week's. Google's below. Definitely kind of watching this 105 to 104 area. We did push. Yeah, futures. One thing with futures that was one of the most challenging things I've ever learned trading. Ever learned. Options, yeah. I mean, eventually over time you learn it, but kind of with options you're learning as you go, and you can get lucky and whatnot. The futures, like, boom, it's in your face. You mess up, you're down 500, down 1,000. Pick. So that definitely one of the not the hardest, most challenging I've I've done. So keep that in mind. But once it clicks, and you get to learn how the market is and good times to trade futures. A lot different. But Google definitely looking a little weaker. I love Google to pop up. Definitely just watching where earnings buy in, where we did push up from these earnings lows. We did push up a good 20%. So, I mean, in a normal market, I'd say yes, Google's good for a swing, but are we heading for more downside? That's the hard part with going long. It's far long. Are we heading for more downside? Is the housing market bad? Are we finally going to get our market crash? September sucks. We have midterms coming up. Midterms coming up. GBT slowly high. The highest VIX has been a long time right here. Election. At election, VIX was 36 at our election. Kind of been recent highs, except for no, that's been our last high peak was the election. Meta, had a put, definitely have put or call? We had a put a good 25%. Didn't get a good exit on it. Kind of forgot about it when I was trading futures. We had this uptrend. This is the uptrend we took. Broke here. Nice support here, and then 9.6 right here, kind of at that support. Dark pool came in. Support. It's weird how if you look at dark pool, it's basically support. Basically supply and demand. They get where they get it where price action is pretty smart. So had that support here. I guess they bought right after open. It's like 9.42. They brought right here when we're coming down, and then like, okay, support. Now we're gonna create resistance. Just watch that 160 area on Meta, but Meta, in a normal market, I'd say Meta's good for swing. Because look at those bounces. Definitely look for curve up, but like I said, where's the market heading? Microsoft, I'm keeping on Microsoft on watch. We are at this earnings lows. We did catch a little bounce. Earnings lows here. Did catch a little tiny bounce from it. So let's see what's going to happen from that. Microsoft, I posted a little while ago. I said Microsoft's up here. I was like, Microsoft, this is when we got into video puts, and I didn't want to over leverage on puts. Don't want to get, start swinging one sided too much, but also you don't. The main thing is you can tell resistance here. Broke above, held the support here, but we started. It was right after we started collapsing. If you popped up with a volume profile here or there, tell on going down, we only had this little volume node. This one. And look at even the earnings lows, we really didn't get any. Bring it back just a little bit. Volume came in kind of earlier that day. So I was gonna, I said Microsoft, all that volume up here, nothing down here, kind of slow down, and that's what it did. So, but I didn't really want to over leverage overall because we took those NVIDIA puts the day after the earnings pop up. So we got NVIDIA puts here. NVIDIA, collaborate. Things just destroyed. We had this flag. We got in that flag breakdown. Pretty solid move. Pretty good swinger. 1% down. I think it's still. I think I got far enough out. Full calls in. No, we got 165 puts for a second. So, NVIDIA, I mean, are we starting to consolidate down here? Starting to catch some dark pools. Last week lows. Last week's lows kind of holding. Yesterday we caught a little dark pool. We're kind of just in between these dark pools. Nothing really. Nothing really. My son's trying to reach a popsicle stick. So he's determined right now. But NVIDIA, I'd stay away from semiconductors unless you get super long, but market continues to be weak. We'll have to lower. But those are 5. But we're also in this a lot of chop before our split right here, or both sideways. Of course, when it was $600 or whatever it was split, that movement was a lot bigger. So in the video, I've been just playing it based on momentum. Strong is it weak? But main thing is watch if it's able to keep these lows. Are we able to keep where this buy-in did? I actually alerted that right here on the day. Nice. Wasn't that much. It was only 72 million. What's up, Chris? But with those dark pools, I like to see like 250, 500. And Tesla, I don't know what Tesla's doing. I kind of really don't watch it. But we do have this downtrend. Kind of right there. But also, are we going to get... The main thing I'm only watching is this 280. Where we have support, broke below, resistance. Now it's resistance. So are we going to hold as resistance again? Are barely created a low. Are we going to keep it as resistance, or are we going to break above, hold that support, continue? So that's the only thing I'd really watch on Tesla. It could be a nice swing if we are able to come up, retest it. I'd probably take a swing. Wonder what swings are now. Split. Before you can never take Tesla a couple weeks out. Super pricey, really not worth it. Well, got the right direction, it's definitely worth it. But not. And then, let's go over some. Let's look. Yes, catching bids towards our bottom. Let's go ahead and look at some dark pool. Really liking how dark pool I've been lately. I was just talking back and forth with Brad yesterday. So with dark pool, the SPY and QQQ, the signature prints are delayed, which those are the big daddies, the ones that come in, and they're delayed, so they don't really affect the price. But you also get some intraday ones, and no, those are the ones we'll start with SPY. Those are the ones. Remember, black box stocks is $1 for the month. No reason not to do this right now. Just cancel your auto pay. With SPY, I usually have SPY up. You go to your dark pool studies, go to a day. Okay. So let's just go 5 days. Let's see what 5 days. The main thing with dark pool lately is they're really not participating. It was very, very interesting. Yesterday, nine six. So yesterday, all we really had was like this little tiny one. This little tiny one, probably at open or at these peaks. We had this decent one right here, but really nothing came in. These lows. You really want to see. Have I done on Amazon? Yeah, Amazon's for me, Amazon is kind of in no man's land. Really not. I'll have my son. Just FYI, I have my son behind me. My wife daycare. We got daycare now, so till my son pre-market. When my wife gets back, daycare's like 5 minutes. It was out at 7 o'clock yesterday, so I love not daycare, preschool. I love preschool. 7. But Amazon right here. Um, previously from this uptrend, my PT was 126 because 126 you have air resistance above, and we're kind of holding as support. Are we going to hold it as support going forward? But white last week's highs, last week's lows were just price action. Well, only one day showing kind of below, and we're still chilling at that 126. So just wait for that move from this area. Happen. Volume profile dead smack in the middle, so nothing really shaping up right now. So Amazon's kind of in an interesting spot. But the overall market has been super. I think yesterday we had like 2 moves and that was it. Amazon just, no, I mean, honestly, I'd like to see a break below 126. Kind of. Oh, I gotta sneeze. Sorry. I want to see us break below 126, kind of use it as a resistance and kind of head towards this 115, but 121 would be my first PT, which you can tell that's that range here, ranged here, kind of 121.42. Don't know why it's 121.42. Basically 121. Break below 1.6 and low. Yesterday's low. So Amazon's really not like super crazy looking for me. But also most of the market, Apple, a little weaker. So Amazon's showing a little strength. Those pop ups are pretty good. Created a higher low. Also keep that on watch too. Maybe our trend is heading back up. But back to black box stocks. The main thing I like to see is these big reversals. Are dark pool buying? Are they buying down here? They didn't. So kind of this, that reversal really had no substance. They had nothing behind it except for retailers buying it. Going through like going through here. I mean, we had dark pool 58, 58, 58, which isn't much. 145 is not a lot. I like to see hammer though. They're really not. We could go through a couple tickers, kind of look at what they're doing. It's still the same. Still not like absolutely crazy. 21 million for Apple is really absolutely small. That's that line. That's that big line right here. So 54, 53. Okay. A lot. Well, actually, no. 119, 119, 29. But Apple, are they going to run up to the event and then sell? Watch. Also, I mean, pretty small. I mean, a lot of these are just like couple. 19 million, 17 million. You can see how much average volume aren't really affected a lot. Microsoft had that one yesterday at open. Even that was not even that much. At like 256. Only 42 million. So with Darkpool, they're really not coming in. Some want to watch is, are they going to buy the dip? If they buy the dip, definitely keep that on watch. Let me see. If you look at kind of right here from these highs, they kind of sold right here. So they did one last push up and then sold. They, not much actually went sold at the top. Previous run up, kind of bought in here. So we're kind of price just overlapped. Kind of bought in. Overall, they're not really even. But I like to see those intraday ones. Let's see what futures are doing. 40. Caught some. There's our consolidation. Yeah, I had it up here, but break it down. That's where. This is why I really want to start playing Europe. Hey, buddy. Start playing Europe. You tell the Europe push up. Japan dumped it. Slowly creeped up, and then Europe 3. They opened at 3, so they kind of sold off at open and then popped. Kind of double topped. He is sassy. But, which way are we going to go today? I don't know. I'm biased, bullish, but last couple of days being biased going into the day kind of hurt. So the one that dipped by yesterday and didn't come eventually came. Got caught first. But 38.90 to 3900 is definitely a must hold. Gets over sitting pretty quick. Sitting up, or assisted sitting up right now. But also yesterday I had my power out. Power came on, then he ate a bread tie or a twist tie. I'm checking the floor. I shoved my fingers. Tried getting it out. He didn't get it out. But he's fine. They said he'll pass it natural. But that does happen. So main watch today, Apple. Well, main watch is going to be Fed speakers. 4 of them. Definitely. Rowdy. Definitely got 4. Let me pop that back up. Setting on my alert today, so keep it on this here. Fed speakers. Barking at 9. Lester 10. Rated 12:35 bar 2. We got the base book at 2. Apple events at, I believe, 1 p.m. Eastern. If their website has the time, I believe it's 1 p.m. Watch today at 10 a.m. Pacific. So it is 1 p.m. Going to be a main watch. Apple. If Apple does sell the event, the market can sell. Apple is highly weighted in SPY. So keep that on watch. Yes, kind of. But the main thing is that 39, 23, 25, kind of that double top we had here, right here, with that overnight consolidation before Asian market opened. Definitely watch that. If you do continue higher, 39.37, which was, you can tell, look, was support, broke below distance. So those are our two main prices of interest, POI. But yeah, basically 39.23 and then 39.80. Be range bound all day, I'll be happy. That's when I love futures. Take each time up and down. But definitely, guys, if you guys aren't if you guys aren't subscribed, appreciate if you guys would subscribe. I don't even know what. I need to get 1,000 of these guys. 348 getting there. You guys see my TikTok? I'm at 837 on TikTok. Once I get to 1,000, I can start doing some live trading. Might possibly do some live futures trading. I'm pretty sure. I'm not sure if that's. Try to do a little different things, but Excalibur invests. TikTok. I just put simple stuff up. Nothing crazy. If you guys could like that, definitely Twitter at Fear Brandon. Which is an old profile, joined 2009. Want to keep it. It's not stock related, but pretty good there. Oh boy. Then anyone who sends me a testimonial could win a $25 gift card or gift code to Dr. Squatch soaps. Soaps you guys see. a lot of commercials, a lot of things on social media. For me, I had a personal breakout. I have really dry skin to begin with. Son has the same skin as me and feels so bad for him. But giving away that code to anyone who sends a testimonial to me, either about me or a play, free $25. They have candles, they have cologne, they have soaps, they have body wash, beard stuff. It's just not body wash soap. So anyone who sends me that could win $25 gift code to them. They have great customer service. I sent them I got like a rash when I switched to one of their kinds. I love the first two I tried. And the third one just kind of didn't really do sit well with me. But that was good. I loved it. I wanted to keep it, but unfortunately. Can't. This kid. So yeah, $25 gift code. They have a great customer service. They refunded me a whole order, and then my wife bought me flowers. And then gave me a $20 gift card, and really don't want to continue to use. So and out there, if no one uses, I'm just gonna buy a candle then. Doesn't mean. Right now, just chilling. Kind of intraday. Let's see if this is kind of inverted head and shoulders. The pattern of inverted head and shoulders. Pattern. What I like to use about this is I don't really say it's inverted head and shoulders. What I like to do is see we are a higher low, lower low, lower high, lower low, and then we kind of reverse. Look, we created a higher low, created a higher high. So the main thing to watch is this is where I love to go long on futures. Right here, you keep your stop loss right here. Go long here, your risk 38.96. And then you're watching to see if we create a higher low. Continue up. 3909 would be my main PT. Pop up above that. That's pretty much gonna do it for me today, guys. Appreciate you guys joining. Hit that like, subscribe. Like I said, next week, my mother's in town, so I may not stream. I still want to do pre-market stream because I love charting pre-market. Instead of charting all night, I gotta try to get off the computer and spend time with you. That's gonna end it for me today, guys. Appreciate it. Y'all have a great day. Be smart, especially holding into Fed speakers. Be smart holding into the